So why does CSK seek your regular giving? In her talk, Heather appealed to us not to give God our last Rolo, but rather to give God our very first Rolo, because we love him. She said we want to be part of the good work that God is doing here, having a heart for the local community and sharing the gospel both in Hampton and further afield. But we can't do all these things on fresh air. Sadly, the Church of England does not have a warehouse full of Rolos, so CSK needs a fair share of your Rolos to pay its way in life. Let me give you a peek at what I see as your treasurer. Our budgeted expenditure for this year is £175,000. That's about £14,500 every month. And here on the screen is roughly where it goes. You can pause this video if you want to look at these numbers in more detail. It's an article of faith that we have a God who meets our needs. Alongside our spending, here's a peek at our income. Again, the amounts are approximate. And again, you can pause this video if you want to look at them more closely. I imagine you noticed that our monthly income is less than our expenditure. At the moment, we still have reserves to cover that shortfall. CSK is seeking your regular giving not to maintain or grow our reserves, but to enable us to go forward in mission and ministry, changing the world, starting one heart at a time, starting locally and starting now. Connecting with Jesus, making him known. Let me run through some thinking. Maybe you've not normally given in the past. Please start now that we've explained why it's so important. If in normal times you gave occasionally or even regularly by placing money in an offering box at the church, please start giving through your bank. I'll point you in the right direction at the end. If you have sufficient income to pay income tax, then please sign and return a gift aid declaration, just the once, which will enable us to claim an extra 25% of the value of your gift from the government without further cost to you and with no more paperwork for you to do. When did you last consider increasing your regular donation relative to your income? Please review your giving each year. After all, I remember when I started to drive, petrol was just 5p a litre, and when we changed to decimal coinage, a Mars bar was only 4p. Here's a key to giving God his worship. Think of Jesus as a friend. How much would it cost you to take him out for a cup of coffee with a snack? Are you giving that much each week or even each month? Or how much would it cost to take Jesus to the pub for a drink or for a meal? You get the idea. Do the thinking, do the sums, and please make a start. As Heather said, the biblical tithe is 10%. The Church of England suggests 5% to the church where you worship and the rest to other Christian causes close to your heart. It might be that your income has decreased and you might need to decrease your regular giving in line with those changes. God knows, God understands, don't worry. Give what's right, not what's left over. Your giving to God is as important as your mortgage or rent, council tax, utility bills, food bill, clothing, holiday costs or childcare, and way more important than upgrading your car. Here's a summary. The right way is regularly. The right way is direct from your bank to our bank. The right way is in proportion to your income. The right way is tax efficiently with a gift aid declaration. The right way is generously. The right way is happily. The right way will bring you peace. So how can you give to CSK? If you can, please look at the new article on the CSK website. It explains the various ways that you can give to CSK. Alternatively, send me an email. If you don't have the internet, please leave a message at the church office and details will be sent to you. Please act now before you get distracted. If we had met in CSK today, Heather would have been giving everyone a Rolo to illustrate her talk. If you respond to this talk, I personally will acknowledge your new or increased regular giving to CSK with a whole tube of Rolos. There we are, Rolos. As long as the church knows your address. How's that for an offer?